Baby, life goes where the others go. Baby,
What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Walk 71. Replace day with the 4. And right now, right here, right now, I got another story time. If all the people are like, oh my god, you have so many story times. You upload nothing but wrestling and story time. Listen, give me some time. UFC 2 comes out like I think Tuesday or Wednesday. Once that comes out, I'm about to be all over that game, and then you're gonna barely see any more story time. So I'm just trying to come out with at least a good video per week, or at least a video per week, so I can stay, in the loop, so I don't get out the loop or whatever. So I decided to, bring up a story time. I was bored and I was just reminiscing on life, and I thought about this story. And if you're reading this is talking about my worst butt whipping. Now, this is horrible, man. Listen, for all the black kids out there, they know how bad whippings can get when you get in trouble and you messed up and your parents are black. They're gonna beat the crap out of you. Not like literally, not like Adrian Peterson bad, but their belt was always right there, just ready to hit you whenever you do some stupid stuff. But this was worth getting a million beatings almost from my mom, my dad, almost everybody. So this is back in 5th grade. I say about maybe 2010, 2011. I was between that age of 10 or 11, mad young compared to now. I'm like 15 going on 16. But what's crazy is that was 5th grade. So at my grammar school, they used to have, it was like levels to it almost. Like the first, the pre-K all the way, 1st grade was always on the bottom floor, the first floor. And then the 2nd to 4th graders would be on all the way at the top on the 3rd floor, and the 5th through 8th graders was always in the middle, the 2nd floor, which was kind of the coolest floor because all the cool teachers that everybody always talked about was there. So we finally got them as my teacher, and people would treat it like it was high school. Like 5th grade was freshman year, 6th grade was sophomore year, 7th grade was junior year, and 8th grade was senior year, because you graduate just like 8th grade year you graduate, senior year you graduate in high school. So yeah, but 5th grade, I'm still mad childish, so I used to get in trouble a lot. I don't get in trouble now. I'm mad calm and chill. I don't I'm not a big problem in the classroom. I just, I'm just laid back more in class. I do my work and stuff, but I don't make, I'm not disruptive. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm not really disruptive. Back then, I didn't care about anything. I came to school to clown, talk to my homeboy, talk to my friends, eat lunch. I barely did my homework and play video games live that day. Play basketball. Listen, man. Back then I didn't care about school. Literally, I would get C's and D's. There was no hope for me, bro. I almost got so bad with my grades that my parents almost were going to what's the word, transfer me out of there and take me to another school, because they didn't really like that school, but I did because all my friends was there, and I made friends because I've been to my grammar school since 1st grade. So we built that friendship for years and years, since 1st grade all the way to 5th grade. But the reason I got in trouble was this one teacher. Now, what's funny is at the time there was always, on the 2nd floor, there was always one white teacher and the rest of them would be black. I don't know why. It's mad weird, but kind of funny. The math teacher, science teacher, the language teacher, not the English, and I'm trying to think. It was just so many teachers, but I know back in 5th grade, it was 2 white teachers. Yes, I remember now. It was 2 white teachers. It was the cool one, and it was the one I wasn't cool with. The cool one, he was our social studies / history teacher, and he was actually cool. He was funny. He always made jokes in class, and he was just cool. And his thing was as long as you do your work and stuff, I have no problem with you. We can joke around in class, whatever. He was that cool guy. I was mad cool with him. I had no problem with him. And then there was this other teacher, Mr. Irvin. So anybody that's been to my grammar school, you know exactly who he is. That was in my class, or that had, I guess, the unfortunate of having him. We had Mr. Irvin, bro. Now, Mr. Irvin, he got cooler right before he left in 7th grade. I guess he got cool or whatever. But 5th grade, I was wilding in his class, especially every other class. I guess I was fine in, but his class, I seen him. I could see how he was, how he acted. And I just wilded out in class. So almost every day, I would get my name written on the board. Like I guess the punishment board. And if you get your name written on there, you get either gotta what did you have to do? You have to I think he would tell the teachers, like our homeroom teachers, whose name is on the board, and then my homeroom teacher would feel like if you got your name on the board, then you're kind of embarrassing me. And it gets to the point to where you might even have to talk to your parents. I remember my parents coming up to the school. I don't know if it was for my grades or no, it was for my grades, not my behavior. But then I was not doing good in his class, so they ended up wanting to talk to all of my teachers. So I was like, all right, cool. Literally, so they went to him and talked, and they was talking about how I act up in class, whatever. And they told me, yeah, he gonna get it together. Don't worry, he's gonna get his stuff together. So I was like, oh, all right, cool. But this man always made me mad. We just never seen eye to eye. Like I'm not the only one who got in trouble. It was like me and a couple of my other friends. We used to always just like do nothing. We used to just clown in class. We wouldn't get cared. We're in 5th grade. We're like 10 or 11. I don't remember. I'm gonna say 10 or 11. And we just clowned in class. We didn't care. We didn't care what you have to say. But here's the thing about me. I was a savage until you tell my parents. Like that's how much of a savage I was. Like I say all this crap. You know, I act the fool in class. But as soon as they say I'm gonna call your parents, I would calm down, because you know, like I said, black parents, if you acting up at school, you embarrassing their name. That's a reflection on them. So then they just gonna have to whoop you. They just gonna have to do. And I didn't like that. I didn't want that. So I would be a savage until they call my parents. But for some odd reason, they never call my parents. So I was gonna continue to become a savage. But this one special day, it seemed like a regular day, you know. But then when I got to his class, I don't know what he did. It was something that made me mad to where I just hated everything. And then I also told, like days before, because it's this new word. I mean, it's not new anymore, but it was new to me. It's the F word, and I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the other F word. I'm talking about the one that's derogatory towards gay people. Now listen, if there's any gay people that are watching this video, I have no hate towards you all. I have no hate towards gay people. I'm not homophobic, but I use the F word. Faggot. I don't want to say it, but I spelt it. I feel stupid. But I kept telling my friends, I was like, man, I think he gay. I don't know why. I just said it because he just wasn't like the regular teachers. So I compared him to the rest of the regular teachers, and I thought, oh, he gay. So I used to be mad, and I told him, I said, one day I'm gonna call this dude the F word, man. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna call this dude that. So I ended up being a day, and I was mad. I was really mad. I don't know why. So he said something to me. I said, oh, I hate you. And then I walked out because the class was over with. But there was the next class. They were standing right in the doorway outside the hall. So I walk out and I'd be like, oh, he's such an F word. And somebody heard me, right? And they were like, ooh. So then I was like, you know, I just didn't care. So I went to my next class, which was, what class was it? I believe it was Spanish, and I was in class, but I guess another teacher heard me because somebody snitched. Because you know, back in 5th grade, people snitched all the time back during that time. You do anything, you say a word that they don't usually hear, and they're gonna snitch on you. They're gonna tattletale you. You know, that's what people did. So they heard me, and this girl, she heard it, told him, right? Then after she told him, they went and told my homeroom teacher. And then after my homeroom teacher found out, he went to my Spanish class and asked, he was like, God, my bad, I just knocked out my headphones. He was like, he came in class, he knocked on the door, and people kind of heard because word got spread around, and somehow it traveled so fast that other people in my classroom heard it. And I was like, wow, like people actually know. And everybody looking at me like, did he say, he called Mr. Urban? And they were like, yeah, he did. So then he barged in the classroom. He was talking about, he said, Gavin, he said, let me talk to you. I was like, all right. But instead of, you know, talking to me in the hallway, this guy decided to talk to me in the classroom out loud. And I'm all the way in the back. So we had to basically yell at each other. Not yell at each other, but we had to speak up. He ain't let me like get up and talk to him. I was sitting down the whole time. So then he began questioning me like, oh, Gavin, did you say that word? I said, what word? I was being so smart. I was just being such a prick. He was like, Gavin, did you say it? I was like, what word? You said you know what word. I don't know what words you talking about, bruh. And he was like, and then he started spelling out. He said, did you say this? He spelled out. He was like, F. He said, did it start with these 3 letters? F-A-G. And I was like, I said, yeah, I said it. And he was talking about, all right, you're coming with me. So then I was like, I feel like a savage, but I know I'm stupid because, you know, when people feel like savages, they usually feel like savages for the stupidest things. And that's exactly how it was for me. I felt savage. People was looking at me like, oh my God, this guy's crazy. He just called the teacher the F word. Whoa, mind blown, right? And I'm sitting there walking like, yeah. So then I got taken down to the principal's office where they they told me to go sit down at the hot seat. Now the hot seat was a gimmick at my grammar school. It had red padding on it, so they call it the hot seat because it's red and it's supposed to burn if you sit down. That's what they tell the kids, so that the kids don't get on there, get to the hot seat and get in trouble. Stay out of trouble. Don't sit in the hot seat or you're gonna burn, even though it's just a red chair. I didn't understand it either. So I sat there and I was thinking like, I know I'm getting suspended, or maybe I won't. But more than likely I'm getting suspended. And the last time I actually got suspended was for something dumb, but I didn't get in trouble for it. It's because I brought a butter knife to school because I had to spread mayo on my sandwich or something like that, you know. And people thought I was gonna Allahu Akbar or do some terrorism to the school and just start stabbing people with a butter knife, which is like not sharp at all. I mean, it has sharp things on the side, but it's nothing we can cut through it. It's not like I brought like a whole Freddy Krueger Jason knife or Michael Myers knife to stab somebody. So I got suspended before, but I didn't get in trouble for it. So I thought maybe if I work my charm, work my way around it, maybe I'll get out of it and maybe I won't get in trouble. But after that, I was just sitting there, just right here, just waiting until I got called into the principal's office. And honestly, during this whole time, minutes felt like hours. It felt like such a long time. So once I finally went inside of the principal's office, she looked at me. I've never seen her this serious in my life. I've never seen her, because every time I've seen her before, she's all happy and stuff, you know, trying to talk to the kids and stuff. And I finally seen her. She was mad. She looked like she wanted to kill me. Like she had a hit squad out for me and everything to execute me like the Terminator or something. She looked so furious and mad, and I was like, oh my God, she knows. And then I told her, I had to explain to her everything that happened, right? And then she pulled out, she said, you know you're suspended, right? I said, oh wow. I said, oh man. So yeah, you're suspended. And then she pulls out a pink slip. You know, pink slips are never good. Like, think about it. If you ever get a pink slip, it's like you're about to get fired or something. But I guess it was for suspension. You know, wrote down whatever, gave my slip, and she said, give it to your mom or your parent or your dad, or I'm just gonna say, give it to your parents in general, and you're suspended. And I was like, wow, man, my life is over. But I was like, wow, I'm getting suspended for a second time. So every time I see somebody I know, they'd be asking me, because they'll always be nosy. People are always nosy, especially in 5th grade. They were nosy. So, and the boys' bathroom is always downstairs near the principal's office, so they will always go there anyway for some odd reason, instead of they would always go downstairs for the bathroom. So whenever they see me, I was just sitting there, you know, being a savage, but I'm really not. And they would just come around and be like, dang, man. I was like, what happened? I said, I'm getting suspended. And I was like, they was like, dang, man. Dang. And I'd just be sitting there. But the whole time, after that, I'd just be thinking of different ways I could tell my mom, how can I not get suspended, bro? I remember I would tell my mom, I was just thinking of different ways how I can ease my way in without getting in trouble, and maybe my mom won't overreact the way she did. Maybe she won't. So then the most stressful time came. The bell rung. It was the end of the day, 3:30 o'clock sharp. And my mom comes at exactly at 3:30 o'clock. So I had no time to like I guess breathe in all the things and talk. They got my stuff and I left. And I left the school. I got in the car, right? This is where life sucked, bro. I got in the car. Whew, my heart was beating, bro. Like how a person in the bomb squad, right when they're about to dewire a wire in the bomb, but they don't know which one is which, and if they cut the wrong one, then it might explode and everybody's dead. That's how I felt. I had sweat coming from the top. My heart was coming out my chest, beating so fast. So I came in the car. I was like, "Hey, mom." He was like, "Hey," and I was like, I got something to tell you. She's like, "What? What you gotta tell me?" And I was like, like, this is exactly how I sounded. I was just so scared to tell her, because if I tell her, I don't know how she's gonna react. I mean, at that time I thought she was gonna react fine. I didn't know what the word was, so I won't get in trouble. Oh, you don't say it again. That's what I thought. White parents, they, no offense, no, I'm not trying to be racist, but white parents, they probably would have told you, oh, don't say it again. Black parents, oh, you about to get this work. So I was like, "Mom, I got suspended." She's like, "For what?" And her voice instantly picked up loud. I was like, "Yeah, I got suspended for I called my teacher the F word." She was like, "Huh?" She's like, "Give me the slip." And she read it, out loud and stuff. Read what I did. She was talking about, "Huh? Okay, all right." I'm gonna beat you. So she's talking about she's gonna whip me. Then she start calling up everybody, because you know, black parents, when something remarkable happened in their life or their child's life, they finna call everybody. They finna call people you never heard from in years. She called my grandma, my other grandparents, what was it called, my dad. Oh god, that was the worst time. That's the reason why this video was being made, because my dad. So she called everybody, and then she was asking me, "Where'd you learn this word from?" And I said, somebody just said it in school and I heard it. I didn't know what it mean, but I didn't know if it was bad or not, because you know, I'm still trying to get that gimmick over. I'll try to put it in my mind to where maybe she'll let me off easy because I didn't know what the word was. Maybe I'll get off, you know, maybe I'll get off easy, you know, maybe I won't get whooping, maybe I'll just get a warning or something. Boy, was I wrong. So I was in the car looking out the window, looking at the freedom that I had, because I know after I get whipped, I'm going to be on punishment for a long time. So I just looked out the window, seen all the freedom, the last of my freedom. I got in the house, right? But you know what's weird? My mom told me just go in my room, right? I'm like, oh god. So about 30 minutes, because you know, this is so much preparation, because it's a very remarkable moment in a parent's life, is when they get to beat their kid when their kid doing something stupid and embarrassing their name and stuff. So it was like 30 minutes. She came in my room. She had her belt in her hand, like the thickest leatherest belt you can ever see, just ready to beat somebody with it, bruh. And then she whooped me, and it hurt, and I was crying, right? And then you thought it'd get worse, but then she told me, "Listen, you're not about to be staying here. I got places to be. I'm not about to leave you alone, because you know I can't be left home alone at like 5th grade. Like I get home, I'm home alone right now as we speak. But back in 5th grade, no, you can't go home alone. You going somewhere else." So I ended up going to my grandparents' house, and they found out too. And when they found out, you know how grandparents are. They not about to beat you, because my grandparents didn't beat me. They just shunned me, like looked at me like, okay. So, and then I had to explain to them what happened and everything. But what's funny is they still let me watch TV and stuff. But my grandparents, their values are education is like important, which it is. But like when you get suspended from school, if you miss a day of school, if you miss a day of school and it's an understandable reason, good. But if you miss a day of school on purpose, that's like a slap in the face to them, because they work hard for your parents, and then for your parents to work hard to get your education. And in my school, it was a Catholic school. It was a private school, so you had to pay for it, you know, pay fees and stuff like that, tuition. So they just shunned me the whole weekend. But I had told my dad, and he's like, "What?" I didn't tell my dad. No, my bad. My mom told my dad, and then my dad called my grandparents, and my dad actually talked to me about it, and he seemed like mad disappointed and just mad. And then I just stayed at my grandparents' house for a couple days. And the thing about me getting suspended was like the next day, or the day I could come back on Monday, we didn't have school on Monday. So I was actually like out of school for one day. Well, I was only supposed to miss one day of school, but then I missed like the next day because we didn't have school or something. I don't remember what happened. So my dad came over to my grandparents' house, right? And he was talking about, yeah, I'm gonna pick Gavin up, I'm gonna take him to us. I'm gonna take him to my house for the weekend. And I was like, oh God, this man's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me, bro. I don't know why. He's going to murder me. And we got to my dad's crib, right? And one day went by, I went to my room, right? And my stepmom even shunned me out. She looked at me like, wow, I can't believe it. I felt like a public enemy, bro. So we went to my room. I was in my room watching Phineas and Ferb, but I was scared the whole time. I was mad at Ware too. Like, I always look around like every 5 minutes to see if my dad's gonna come through the window or bust through the door with a giant belt and beat me till I die. Nah, but I was watching Phineas and Ferb at the time because that was the show back then. I was watching Phineas and Ferb, and I was just waiting. I was just like so scared because I always had it in the back of my mind. My dad hasn't done anything yet. That means he's gonna do something. There's no way he's gonna let me off scot-free. So then he came in my room. He sat on my bed and he told me to stand up, right? So I stood up. He sat down and I just looked at him, right? So we just looking at each other, right? We just looking at each other, and then my eye, like, I was face towards him, but my eye was like near the TV. Listen, man. I know I shouldn't have done it, but my eye was on Phineas and Ferb, but I was faced towards him, and he looked at the TV, and that's where it all went downhill from there. After he did that, he straight hit me in my head. I fell on the ground. I said, ah! I was crying because that hurt. Fifth grade, bro. Like, anything hurts, bro, or at least for me it did. Bing, bing. He just started hitting me. I was like, stop. I'm sorry. Ding, ding, ding. Bro, I'm out here doing my own sound effects. It hurt, bro. It was like a UFC fight. It's like if Anderson Silva were to knock out Lyoto Machida and he just start ground and pound this man into the ref. That's how it felt. Because then I fell to the floor. I can't take no more. I fell to the floor. This man just started beating. And I was crying, bro. These sound effects are funny. I'm just started crying, and I was mad. So he's talking about, better not ever see you do something like that again. And he walked out the door, right? Slammed the door, by the way. No, he ain't slammed the door. Then my dog came in, so I was already, because after a black kid get mad, he want to talk all that crap. He's mad that he got beat. He feels like he got embarrassed, and that's how I was. I was like, I hate you. I'm gonna get you. And then my dog came in. He was looking, being innocent. I was like, get out! And I just started yelling at him, right? I started yelling at him. My dad came back. You want some more? I was like, no, stop. And then he shut the door, and I died, bro. After that, bro, I never, ever, and you can have it on the count too, I never ever did anything bad like that, like serious like that again. Like, that was a major turning point in my life. After that, 6th grade, after that, I kind of grew up from that. I just chilled in class. I barely did my homework, but I chilled in class. You didn't have to worry about me being an acting fool in class. I was A-okay. So after that, man, it's crazy, man. I was just reflecting on that. Was crazy, bro. I had the bald head back then too, so it's gonna hurt even more. Like, I got hair now, but I had the bald head, so when he smacked me, it felt like he hit me in my face or something, man. It hurt so much, but it's all in love. It's tough love, to teach me a lesson. Don't call your teacher an F word. But the moral of this story is, don't disrespect your teachers. I mean, you might be able to disrespect your No, I'm not saying that. Don't ever disrespect anybody in general, especially if you're in school. Don't disrespect your teacher, because if you're young, your parents are gonna whoop you. But if you're older, your parents are gonna get tired of you, and they might just They might just say screw it and just kick you out the house. I've had that happen to me too, where they just tired of your BS and they just kick you out. They might let you back in. Depends on what kind of parents you got. Most parents are like literally kick you out, and you just gotta go sleep at somebody else's crib, and that's how a drug dealer is born. But anyway, guys, you know what to do. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Do what you do to support me, to support you, to support everybody, man. 1,000 subscriber goal. That's my goal for this year. EA Sports UFC 2 videos coming soon this upcoming week. What else am I doing? Trying to think, what else am I doing? No, that's it, man. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Peace.